All right, so not gonna lie. When I hear the phrase long-term care insurance, I don't exactly, jump for joy.
Yeah, not exactly the most thrilling
I was
topic.
kind of like, "Ugh, do I have to think about this?" But the reality is we probably should at some point.
Definitely not something to put off forever.
And that's what we're doing today, diving deep into long-term care insurance.
Unpacking what it is, why it matters, and, do you actually need it?
All that good stuff. And our guide for today's deep dive is a piece called What is Long-Term Care Insurance and Do You Need It? It's from Diversified Insurance Brokers.
Great source.
Yeah, they seem to know their stuff. So first things first, what are we even talking about when we say long-term care?
Right. It's one of those phrases that gets thrown around.
Yeah, it gets tossed out there and everyone's kind of like, yeah, long-term care.
But what does it actually mean? Basically, it's a whole range of services and support you might need if you can't do everyday things on your own anymore.
Okay, so it's not just about medical care. Yeah.
Exactly. It goes way beyond that. Think like bathing, dressing, eating stuff we all do every day without even thinking.
Until you can't do it.
Exactly. And it's not always about age either. This could be from chronic illness, injury, all sorts of things.
So our source says long-term care insurance, or LTCI for short.
Catchy, right.
Super catchy.
Yeah.
Anyway, they say it covers stuff that regular health insurance and even Medicare might not. Like, for real. I thought Medicare would be there for you if you needed, extended care.
That's a pretty big misconception. Medicare's coverage for long-term care is, well, it's pretty limited, to be honest.
Seriously.
Yeah, they mostly focus on short-term skilled nursing care.
Okay.
And even then, there are a lot of conditions.
So say you need help for a longer time. What happens then?
That's where things get, well, expensive.
Yeah.
Long-term care can be crazy expensive.
Yeah, the article actually gave a number.
Hit me.
Over $100,000 a year for a private room in a nursing home. And in-home care, forget about it.
Yep.
Thousands of dollars a month.
Yeah, it adds up fast.
And that's why this is important to talk about.
Oh, sure. I mean, people drain their savings, they rely on family, it's stressful.
So that's where LTCI comes in. It's like a safety net.
Exactly. It helps cover those costs so you don't have to wipe out your savings or put that burden on your loved ones.
Peace of mind.
Exactly.
And I like that these policies aren't like one size fits all.
Yeah, you can customize them, cover different types of care, super flexible.
So in-home care, assisted living, nursing homes, all that.
All of that. You choose how long you want the coverage to last, what's called a benefit period.
Okay.
And there's something called an elimination period, too.
Hold up. What's that?
It's basically a waiting period before the insurance starts paying.
Like a deductible.
Exactly. So let's say you choose a 90-day elimination period. You pay for the first 90 days of care yourself.
Okay, got it.
And then the LTCI kicks in.
Makes sense.
It's not just a blank check.
You're choosing how it works.
Exactly. And don't forget inflation protection.
The article mentioned that, yeah.
Super important, especially if you're getting a policy younger.
So like your 50s or 60s.
Right. It basically means your coverage amount increases over time, so it keeps up with the rising cost of care.
Because who knows what care will cost in 20 years.
Nobody. That's the point. Inflation protection helps make sure your benefits are still enough down the line.
Future-proofing. Love it. So, okay, this is starting to sound pretty essential, right?
Oh.
But is it for everyone?
Well, the article focuses on people worried about their savings, wanting control over their care, not wanting to burden their families.
Okay, so most people.
Pretty much. But age and health are huge factors.
Right, because the younger and healthier you are.
Lower premiums. And it's easier to qualify.
So those 50s and early 60s are like prime time.
The sweet spot. The longer you wait, the more expensive it gets.
And tougher to get approved, I bet.
Yeah, unfortunately.
This is, wow, food for thought. I gotta be honest, I always thought long-term care was something I could worry about later.
Totally understandable.
But this is making me think. Where do I see myself in 10, 20 years? What will I need?
Those are the important questions. We don't like thinking about this stuff.
Nope, not fun.
But planning ahead, even for care needs, can make all the difference.
So, big takeaway. LTCI isn't just some abstract idea, it's a real tool to protect our future.
It gives you options, peace of mind, all that good stuff.
But it's not a one-size-fits-all.
Nope. Do your research, talk to financial advisors, figure out what you need.
Great advice. And before we wrap up, one last thought. Imagine talking to your future self about their care needs.
Oh, that's interesting.
What advice would they give you today? Worth thinking about, right?
Definitely something to ponder.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, that's our deep dive on long-term care insurance. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.